Welcome viewers to the Saturday, July 20th edition of 284 News. I am Jacques Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Andrew MORRELL has been found not guilty of gross negligence manslaughter in connection with the 2021 boating accident that claimed the life of Randy Martin Jr. A jury returned the verdict in the High Court on Thursday, July 18th, thereby acquitting MORRELL of the charge. MORRELL's other charges, 3 counts of causing injury to a person while on board a vessel, were previously dismissed following a successful no-case submission by his attorney. The case garnered significant public attention since April 2022, when the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution announced MORRELL's arrest and charges. Meanwhile, justice was served in the High Court on Friday, July 12, 2024, as Rohan Williams was found guilty on both counts of murder and rape of Molyneux Green, an incident that shocked the George's North Side community in 2019. This verdict brings a sense of closure and justice to the family and the community at large, who have profoundly been affected by the tragedy. 46-year-old Great Mountain resident Molyneux Green succumbed to gunshot wounds. It was stated that she named St. Vincent native Rohan Williams as her rapist and shooter. Williams will return for sentencing on November 14, 2024. In other news, the Elmore Stout High School debate team has achieved a historic victory, winning the 2024 National Tourism Debate Competition. More in this report.
The team representing the British Virgin Islands defeated Precious Treasures International School from the Turks and Caicos Islands in a closely contested final. Held on Friday, July 12th via a virtual platform, the final saw the Elmore Stout High School trio comprising Adrienne Thomas, Naomi Onufuju, and Candy Richardson securing the championship with a total of 941 points, edging out Precious Treasures 934 points. The BVI team passionately argued in favor of the moot, increasingly devastating superstorms and earthquakes make our #1 tourism industry risky business for the Caribbean. Richardson, leading the team as Prime Minister, set the stage with compelling opening remarks and a clear outline of their critical points.
Madam Speaker, I do not believe anyone can successfully argue that developing a tourism product in a region beset by frequent natural disasters isn't inherently risky. The question now becomes, how risky is it? We decided to tackle this problem by first investigating 2 important factors: who the product is targeting, the tourists, and the ones operating the product, the business owners. For the tourists, safety is paramount. However, because weather can only be reliably forecasted up to 10 days out, travelers often look at the trends over the years and weigh the odds. In a warmer climate that may produce more powerful storms more frequently, this change in trends will make travelers more reluctant to visit the region.
Deputy Prime Minister Naomi followed, delivering a detailed analysis of the risk posed of increasing superstorms and earthquakes to the region.
The opposition's first speaker has acted as if someone suggested to put the tourism industry on hold because of the risk of superstorms and earthquakes. Not once have we mentioned that. Just because there is a risk does not mean that we intend to shut down business. As small island developing states, we boast many characteristics that make us prime tourist destinations to many. However, because we are small, a rather large problem presents itself: a lack of resources. This makes it especially difficult for small island developing states to diversify their economies, and many end up reliant upon the whims and fancies of those seeking a getaway. According to Statista, a global data and business intelligence platform, there were still 5 countries within the region where tourism made up more than half of their GDP in 2022. Topping the charts was Antigua and Barbuda, where it made up an astounding 94%.
Thomas, as the 3rd member of the House of Assembly, delivered a powerful supporting argument.
Because we are unwavering in this position, it would be irresponsible of us not to discuss the impacts earthquakes have had on the region. The reason for their omission thus far was one of practicality. Both natural disasters are equally destructive towards infrastructure, so their impacts on industry are not dissimilar. However, superstorms are not only more common in their occurrence, but are scientifically predicted to worsen as our climate shifts. There's known predictability that adds another level of fear and uncertainty into travelers and locals alike. Not like the unknown, like an earthquake.
Sealing the deal for the BVI was Naomi Onufuju, who returned with a comprehensive rebuttal. She was awarded the overall Best Speaker prize for her outstanding performance in the final.
The opposition has stated many times that superstorms and earthquakes are indeed risks. Why are they proving our own point? That makes my work a lot easier. The opposition has also tried to distract us by talking about other risks to tourism, such as terrorism. Now, we wouldn't dare say that terrorism is not a risk to the tourism industry, but so are superstorms and earthquakes. The opposition's second speaker has stated that the region is no stranger to storms and natural disasters, that it hasn't changed our tourism product before, so why would it change it in the future? Let me see. Earthquakes and superstorms especially will accompany a changing climate that will severely impact our tourism product. Ocean warming and acidification will devastate reefs, and changing weather patterns can cause biodiversity loss.
A Chief Judge, Mrs. Bertha Cooper Rozier, an attorney at law in the Bahamas, commended both teams for their exceptional performance. She noted that the judges faced a particularly challenging decision, which took longer than usual to finalize. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream, and then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare, with partners in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and clinical psychology. Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife-throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. The Virgin Islands celebrated its newest young royalty last Sunday as the highly anticipated Prince and Princess Pageant 2024 came to a spectacular close. The event, held on July 14th at the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Roadtown, showcased the talent, poise, and charm of the territory's youth. After a night filled with stunning performances and fierce competition, RYLAN Adams and Daria Donovan emerged victorious, claiming the titles of VI Prince and Princess 2024.
This envelope says, the Prince and Princess of 2024.
Drum roll, please.
prince for 2024 is none other than, let's say it together, contestant number 1, RYLAN Adams!
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And our princess, who will reign with our prince in the castle of the Virgin Islands over these 70th festivities. Please put your hands together for Princess number 5, Daria Donovan.
Adams dominated the Prince category, sweeping multiple awards including Photogenic, Popularity, Best Interview, Best Intro Dance and Speech, Triple W, and Best Talent. His consistent performance across various segments clearly impressed the judges and audience alike. Donovan, while facing stiff competition in the Princess category, secured her crown with standout performances in the Ambassadorial Wear and Triple W segments. Her victory came as a delightful surprise to many, given the strong showing from the other contestants. Meanwhile, the excitement is building for the Miss British Virgin Islands 2024 pageant, as the 7 contestants vying for the crown are set to take the stage this Sunday, July 21st. Here's a look at the ladies from our previous interview with them.
My name is Adacia Renice Adonis, your contestant number 1. The Miss British Virgin Islands pageant has been a dream and aspiration of mine ever since I was a little girl. And I am excited to invite the public to come on out to the Miss British Virgin Islands pageant on July 21st, 2024 at the Multipurpose Sports Complex at 7 p.m. sharp, where myself and the other beautiful delegates have a beautiful show in store for you.
Keisha Roberts, and I am contestant number 2. I believe that the pageant represents BVI culture and values because it showcases different aspects of our Virgin Islands culture. Firstly, I would like to thank my family and my supporters, and I would like to invite everyone in the community to join us at the Multipurpose Sports Complex for the Miss British Virgin Islands pageant, and it will be held on July 21st.
I am Cersei O'Neill, contestant number 3. What motivated me to participate in the Miss BVI pageant is definitely my platform that I plan to share with others. It represents BVI culture and values because we are definitely the voice and the face for the British Virgin Islands, especially if we travel afar. It's been more than what I expected, most definitely. However, I can definitely say I've learned a lot from this experience. I thank all of my supporters as well as my sponsors, and I do welcome you to join me on our Miss British Virgin Islands pageant on July the 21st, 2024 at the Multipurpose Complex.
Stacy and Bob. I am contestant number 4. The motivation that was poured into me really helped my decision into joining the pageant. And I thought it was an opportunity for me to get some experience doing different activities. I'd like to thank all my supporters who have been by my side so far. You all know the struggles that I have been through. You have stuck with me and I appreciate you so much. I'd like to thank everyone and I would like to invite the community to come out on July 21st at the Multipurpose Sports Complex to witness all the talent that we have in store. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nara Griffith, your contestant number 5. In different ways throughout the pageant, we can see a bit of BVI culture with every segment actually. So whether it's the culture wear or talent segment that portrays a lot of BVI culture and BVI heritage. I dance and I love the arts, so I'm definitely passionate about showcasing that part of BVI heritage. My preparation for the pageant has actually been a mixture of fun and a learning experience. I'd like to thank my supporters and I would like to invite you all to the Miss British Virgin Islands 2024 pageant on July 21st at the Multipurpose Sports Complex at 7 p.m. See you there.
My name is Shanta Khanna and I am contestant number 6. There's a plethora of things I could list that made me run for this show, but the main purpose was just to advocate for certain social issues in the BVI. I want to thank everyone who have supported me thus far, everyone that gave me so much kind words, helped me through my lowest moments. Take the time out to come and see all of us, not only me, but the other 6 beautiful contestants, just showcase BVI history and just have the chance of winning the Miss BVI Crown of 2024.
My name is Danielle Deasia Hodge and I am your lucky contestant number 7. What motivated me to take part in the Miss BVI pageant is because it's actually something that I've wanted to do from the tender age of 8 years old. And I decided to take this year as an opportunity to push my platform, which is promoting financial independence and literacy for young children. I just want to say a special thank you to my friends, my family, my sponsors, and my supporters who have been along with me on my journey to the crown. And I want to take this time to cordially invite you guys to attend our show, which is on July 21st at 7 p.m. at the Multipurpose Sports Complex.
Those hoping to view from home still have a chance to sign up for CCT Live, where it will be streamed to our channel 284. And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Orange alert! Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI! The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you! Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Daniel Loveless, the charismatic host of the wildly popular What You Know series, has touched down in the British Virgin Islands, bringing his signature charm and wit to the territory. He is set to take center stage as the host of this year's Miss BVI pageant on Sunday. Ahead of the highly anticipated event, Loveless made a stop at 284 Media's studio where he sat down for an exclusive interview. Mr. Daniel Loveless in the building.
I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome.
Doing an excellent job, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, I'm just starting now. Me interviewing you, I love being on this side.
Okay,
because, you know, some people get concerned when you start asking questions.
Yeah.
So, for the members of our audience who might not be too into social media, who might not recognize you, tell us about you, tell us about your brand.
Right, my name is Daniel Loveless. I travel the Caribbean. I'm doing different types of content. I started 8 years ago where I would go out on the street asking people trivia questions to test their mind, sometimes putting people on the spot, trying to get them to answer some simple questions, rewarding them with, you know, cash when they answer questions. Recently, about 6 months ago, I did a rebranding where I changed the style of content that I do. So I now still ask questions, but it's not necessarily trivia questions. I just more get to know people, try to figure out what stories do people have to share, and also try to promote the Caribbean. I've recently changed my goal to unite the Caribbean. So I'm trying to find different ways to unite the Caribbean and also encourage people to visit different Caribbean countries and build an experience of their own. Trying to encourage people to probably even go and live in different Caribbean countries, because the Caribbean has so much to offer. It's such a diverse place, you know, when you visit these different places, filled with different races, ethnicities, and, you know, different types of food, different things that Caribbean countries have to offer. So I want to encourage people to visit these places and to learn the people. So that's why I did the rebranding, and, you know, the Caribbean is receiving it well, and I'm happy to be in yet another Caribbean country to promote it and encourage people to visit here as well.
Awesome. Now, the BVI is like its own region within the region, because of course you have Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Jos van Dijk, Anegada, and all the other islands and keys. It's 60 islands and keys.
Yeah, I've been hearing everybody telling me that in all the interviews I've been doing. So I know that. I know about the islands and the keys, and I know about the tarts. Like the two things I know a lot about so far.
Now, very controversial way to start your interview. Tell us where you are on the Great Tart Debate.
I've had the coconut one this morning. I've tried the coconut, but I want to try all before I pick a favorite. But a lot of people are telling me about the pineapple. Most people say the coconut are their favorite, but I want to build my own experience so I could really figure out where is the best tart. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, people will be offering you guava tart by the time this interview goes out. So give them a fair chance. It's mainly between coconut and guava.
I kind of want to line up all of them.
And try them
one by one and then make a choice.
All right, we'll see if we can help you get that done.
That'd be nice.
Awesome. But of course, this is your first time in the BVI. What was it like getting here? What's your experience been like so far?
The experience from start to finish, I started my journey from Antigua, because I had to fly to Antigua before I got here. And it was a very unique experience. The airline that I flew in on was, I believe it was Win Air. Okay. And it was the first time I ever flew on an airline like that. And it was a very unique experience. It felt very much so like Caribbean. It felt like back in the days Caribbean. And, you know, when I got to the airport, there was a really dreamy feel about the airport. It was just nice and slow, and, you know, it wasn't really busy. We got out of the airport. It still wasn't busy. Where I come from, Trinidad and Tobago, Piaco International Airport is always busy. Even when you park, you got the security telling you know you got to move your vehicle, etc. Outside the airport, it was just so serene. We just sat there, and when we left the airport and we kind of traversed downtown and stuff, I started to realize my best way to explain the British Virgin Islands, it's like a bougie Caribbean country. And I'm totally here for it. And I love it. I love it so far. My experience has been nothing short of amazing. I've done a couple of interviews and I'm going to be releasing them daily. People can check out the interviews.
Meanwhile, the highly anticipated 70th Emancipation celebrations are now only a few days away, with major planning leading up to the official opening on July 29th, 2024. Part of the festivities is the Staple Parade Day, which consists of entries from the BVI and United States Virgin Islands. New parade chairman Timothy Barker spoke about the various plans in place.
Well, as you know, this is my first time as chair.
Congratulations.
Thanks for that.
Taking over, it has been interesting actually. We have a team of about 9.
Okay.
I'm not calling them my committee, we're a team. So we work together and we're actually trying to put on one of the best parades ever. One of the things we have done, we have reached out to our neighboring sisters, the Virgin Islands, St. John's, St. Croix, St. Thomas, and we have actually invited them to actually be a part of this year's parade. So we're gonna have that excitement on the road where we're gonna see a whole mix. One of the things we also did was reach out to the ethnicities, the different countries to be a part of it. Unfortunately, a couple of them said they would, but then they had to pull back out.
Okay.
So we actually hoping for next year to have that excitement on the road. So the lineup, we have our parade marshal who will be leading off, of course, Mrs. Alvaro Maduro-Keynes.
Wonderful, well deserving.
She was actually set to be it in 2019, I think it was, and it couldn't happen because of the parade not happening again. So she accepted and she's willing and ready to go this time around.
Barker also spoke about the various judging stations on the route.
Judging stations on the route, it's gonna be interesting. We bringing back the waterfront across from Clovers. And then the one for the final judging station will be in the village.
Okay.
Where they're going to actually go on stage and do the performance for those in the village.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. Is this the first time we're seeing that, I believe?
No, that's something that has been there, but we're actually bringing it back. It hasn't happened for quite a while.
Okay.
So we're bringing it back, and we're having 4 judging stations, but only the troops will be able to do all 4.
Understood.
So the floats and the floops, they wouldn't be able to do that part. So they'll be judged out of 3 out of 4 sections. So that's one of the things. And we have some visiting Makajumbis also.
Excellent.
Out of St. Croix. And they're actually going to be here very early. So they'll be taking part in some of the events that will be happening around the island also, like the food fair. I think some of the other places they'll be at, we'll go over and Jocelyn Dyke and do some stuff over there. So we're going to make it a great festive time. Steel drums, the Elmo Stott High School steel drum will be there. We'll be walking with the walking steel drums out of St. Thomas also. Okay. It's going to be a great time on the road. It's going to be festive. It's going to be nice. Our team, we are ready.
With the addition of visiting troop and entries from the USVI, Barker spoke on the number of expected entries.
We have
to date
about 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna see 20 plus on the road.
Understood.
Because we're actually gonna include the cars, the sound system. There's no car show this year. There's no sound clash really happening. So the guys are fixing their cars up just to be on the road with us.
Additionally, he shared what to expect at start time as well as any penalties for being late this year.
1 p.m. sharp.
All right. I'll hold you to that.
1 p.m. sharp. Mainly too because of our visiting friends. We want to make sure they can get back on the boat because they will lead up more or less in the front.
Understood.
Yeah. So we want to make sure we can get that start time, and we're actually doing penalties this year also.
Okay.
So if we're going and you're going to turn to us and say, go without us, that's a penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, you're holding us up and there's a chance you can come on the road, but you just might not be judged.
Understood.
Yeah, so and we want to make sure that we hold them to that so they know it's games, and probably I could say this on here, we're actually raising the purse for the winners.
Okay.
So if you're a customer winning $1, it's probably going to $5 this time.
Okay.
We'll see. We want to make sure that folks understand there's an excitement behind this. There's a reason that you can actually be a part of this.
We take it seriously.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that you understand what you're getting into.
Full interview, visit all to it for media platforms. In other news, Virgin Islander Demoy Hodge is making waves on the San Antonio Spurs Summer League team. Hodge delivered an impressive performance in his debut game against the Atlanta Hawks last weekend, leading the Spurs to a narrow 3-point victory. Coming off the bench, Hodge played for 20 minutes and recorded a team high of 13 points, contributing significantly to the Spurs' 2-0 start in the league. His time on the court was marked by a +12 rating for his team. He also added 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists, and a block, highlighting his all-around game. Despite his current stint with the Spurs Summer League team, Hodge remains on the roster of the Rip City Remix, the G League affiliate for the Portland Trail Blazers. And viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media. Join our WhatsApp channel. The QR code should be on your screen. And catch us on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, at 284BVI. I'm Jacques Wooding, wishing you a safe and enjoyable weekend and hoping we see you at Miss BVI this Sunday. Have yourself a good day.